welcome back. You're watching The Money Show, and there are plethora of funds available in the market to invest your hard-earned money in. But how do you assess which is the right fund for what kind of financial goal? So to help you navigate through all of this, today I have with me Anil Rego, founder CEO of Right Horizons. And also, just in case you want to send across your questions, you can do that on our WhatsApp number and our email ID 865-797-4571 and our email ID themoneyshow@etnow.tv. Anil, good evening and welcome to the show. And we are also joined by our viewers. I have Mr. T. Vijay from Chennai on the phone line with me. Good evening, Mr. Vijay. Thank you so much for sending us your question.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Kurt.
Hi. So you have 10 lakh to invest right now, and you also have a portfolio, I believe. You're already investing in Nippon India Small Cap, HSBC Mid Cap Fund. You have UTI Nifty 50 Index, Quant TLSS. You also have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, Edelweiss Equity Savings, Motilal Oswal 150 Mid Cap. And you want to know if this fund mix is good for you or not. And also, one question I had, what's the corpus that you're looking at?
I
mean, to accumulate.
Accumulate for retirement only.
Okay, and how much time is that? What's the, I mean, how many years more to go for that?
Yeah, 8 to 10 years.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you have 8 to 10 years. And I also want to know, is this the portfolio where you will be dependent for your regular income as well?
You mean after retirement?
After retirement, yes, yes.
Yeah, of course, because I'm almost like finalized. I would not be making much changes to this portfolio. Yeah.
Okay, so what would be that? Yeah. So what would be that amount that you will need for you as your regular income? Because we're talking about retirement portfolio. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. At least, I'm looking at monthly 50,000, for my expenses, after retirement. So accordingly, I'm looking at nearly, 1 or 1.5 crores, the corpus, which may require.
Yeah. 50,000 a month. And okay. And also, along with the lump sum investment of 10 lakhs, are you also willing to start an SIP or something on those lines? Are you okay with that? Or right now it's just 10 lakhs of lump sum investment?
No, actually, I've been investing for past 5 years. I have a corpus of around 30 lakhs, okay? Currently with these funds, cumulative. And this money I got, as part of my partition, I got this lump sum. So I just want to know whether it can be, distributed among this, or is there any alternative option? Would like to know. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Now we have a better clarity actually on your question. So let's ask Anil about what's his plan for you. Anil, he already has 30 lakhs accumulated with this portfolio, and now he wants to distribute 10 lakhs in this fund mix in this portfolio for him. Do you think that's the right strategy?
Yes, so he already has a good number of funds. So to that extent, I don't want to suggest too many, fund additions. So while he also, does this 10 lakhs, I would suggest he uses somewhat similar funds. Okay. And he's done a pretty good job at, choosing the various funds out there. And he'd also sort of distributed it across, this, mid, small cap, large cap, etc. So I'm not suggesting too much of a change. Then he's already invested, so one doesn't want to take money out. Okay. What I would suggest is possibly just one fund addition in terms of, say, ICICI through multi-cap, and to bring in that segment, possibly, and the rest of it, I think, he can sort of distribute across the existing fund itself. So this 10 lakh, I would think that he can put, say, about 2 lakhs in, say, the large cap fund. He can go back and put 2.5 lakhs in the flexi cap, 1.5 in the mid cap, and also the hybrid he does have. So a lakh. So the multi-cap fund of ICICI, he can, do a 1.5, and Nippon India Small Cap can be, say, 1.5. So to distribute within the existing fund itself, and I'm just saying add maybe multi-cap because that is one segment that is not represented right now.
All right, so that's the solution for you. Anything else, Vijay, you want to ask Anil?
I just would like to know what is this STP and when one should go for this STP. I understand it is systematic transfer plan.
Sure.
When would
Yeah.
be the
Okay, I think we lost Mr. Vijay, but then Anil, yeah, very good question and a very crucial question as far as retirement is concerned, and how you can use STP as a strategy for the regular income that you're looking at after retirement.
Yes, STP is a good option for investors to ensure they in some form sort of replicate an SIP, when they have lump sum. So typically what you will do is it is called a systematic transfer plan, and you will choose a liquid fund or an ultra short term fund, and park the money. So for example, if you put let's say 2.5 lakhs, right, into a Parag Parikh flexi cap, which we are suggesting for him. Actually, all of this can go into a liquid fund of Parag Parikh, and then from there, and it can go in lump sum into that fund, and from there we can give a STP, a systematic transfer plan instruction, to transfer a certain amount every month, or it can even be every week. Now you can decide what the tenure that you want to ease in your investments. I would think at this point of time, even a 6 months may be a good time to look at it, 6 to 9 months. With a small cap fund, maybe do a 9 month STP. But otherwise, if it's a large cap or a flexi cap, etc., then one can do a 6 month STP. So what happens is, over this period, the money moves into it, and I would suggest possibly do a weekly STP, because a weekly STP will have then that many more installments. And the STP and systematic investment works well when there is volatility. So because you have more installments, whenever there's even a shorter term up and down, when market goes up, you'll get lesser units because the NAV will be higher when you invest into the equity fund. And when market goes down, you will get more units, okay, because the NAV is down. Right? So that is automatically,
Right.
it's what we call rupee cost averaging. Yeah.
All right, all the best, Mr. Vijay, and I hope that answers all your questions. But then, Anil, now since we've seen market touching lifetime high today, a lot of our mutual fund investors must be seeing their profits ballooning in their portfolio. A lot of time, investors are really not sure of the market levels, and they fear that the market might just come down from the levels, and the profit that they've gained might just go away. So now, since it's new life high, and we've seen profit coming in the portfolio, even if it is a long-term portfolio aligned to your financial goal, do you think it's the right time to maybe just book some profit in certain categories and maybe just reallocate that fund somewhere? Any shift or change in the portfolio that can be done at these current levels, Anil?
Yeah, so we have a slightly different view, and think that sometimes you also have to participate in the move that happens. Where one is coming is from, from almost like January to early part of June, the market was it was range bound and was in a similar range. So we believe that there was a time correction. In fact, before the election, just before the election, we suggested it's a good time to also buy. Okay, and so it has been in line with expectations. I would think that maybe in the short term, around budget, there could be a little bit of volatility there. But I would believe that from a longer term perspective, post the budget, I also believe FIIs will start coming. So I would, at this point of time, maybe continue to be invested right now. If something, especially maybe on the small cap, has really run up, there possibly you can do some bit of profit booking, but come back with a systematic transfer, and that systematic transfer can also be very aggressive. This is a good opportunity to do it for investors who are completely, let's say, in small cap funds. So what we have seen in some of the cases when viewers have come back and asked questions, sometimes they are purely in small caps. So that is something which may have given them good returns, but it's adding to risk. And possibly when FIs come in, it may become, they may prefer large caps when they come and invest. So I would think that it's good to, also do a little bit of ensure that you are diversified across categories and not just on small caps. Only for them, I would think that it's a good time to do some bit of profit.
All right, so that's a recommendation for all those mutual fund investors who are seeing a lot of profit in their portfolio, and that's a kind of revamping or reshifting strategy that you might want to consider. But then let's move on, and Anil, let's take Satish's question via email. He says that I'm building a portfolio that comprises of the JM Flexi Cap, HDFC Flexi Cap, Kotak Equity Opportunity, Nippon India Multi Cap, Nippon India Large Cap. He wants to know if this fund mix is good for him or any other changes that you might want to recommend. We don't have him on the phone line, so I really have no idea as to why has he invested in these funds, what's the financial goal. But does this diversification make sense to you, or is he overweight in a certain category, Anil?
Yeah, so again, I think he has been careful in choosing his funds, and the funds are performing right now. So I'm not suggesting, too much of a tweak out there, because there's a whole lot of cost involved with it in it. And ideally, if you're already invested in a certain set of funds, then it's good to continue as long as it's not underperforming significantly. So, and he's also diversified, across categories. So he doesn't have too much of a problem. The only point is, I think he has looked at two flexi cap. One is a JM flexi cap and a HDFC flexi cap. And my point would be that, depending on the risk appetite, which unfortunately we don't have too much of data on, and depending on the risk appetite, he can say either of HDFC flexi cap or HDFC mid cap, right? So if he's able to take a little bit of higher risk, then he can go for HDFC mid cap. Okay, but otherwise, he can just continue with HDFC flexi cap because he already has one flexi cap, and the mid cap category could be something that he could also look at if he has a longer term perspective and he has a good risk appetite, while he's investing.
All right, with that, it's time to wrap up the show. Thank you so much, Anil, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries. And I'm going to leave our viewers with our WhatsApp number and email ID, where we keep waiting for your questions. Any financial goal that you want a strategy for, send across your questions on our WhatsApp number, email ID, and we will get it answered by our experts live. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.